Hey everyone, I'm a Hungry Tourist, and today I'm going to be talking about how Americans celebrate Thanksgiving. So this year you may be invited to a Thanksgiving Day celebration, and you may have some questions of how people celebrate here. In the US, Thanksgiving is celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November. We celebrate this holiday to gather with loved ones and give thanks. Now, it's a pretty big travel holiday, and like any holiday in the world, prices go up when you try to book flights or train tickets during the weekend. So unless you're visiting family or have a very important obligation, I wouldn't make any travel plans. Along with prices going up, there's also lots and lots of traffic. Americans tend to get that Thursday off, Friday, and then of course the weekend. So many people are going to be traveling Wednesday evening. So you're going to want to avoid the roads and the grocery stores. So make sure if you are going to have your own Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving, which is another holiday where a gathering of friends will join each other and have a feast. So if you're hosting one of those gatherings, I would try to do your shopping earlier in the week because the grocery stores get really wild, the lines are long, and it's just something that you should probably try to avoid. So let's say a neighbor or a friend invites you to their Thanksgiving celebration. What should you expect? Well, expect there to be food, expect there to be friends and family of the host, expect there to be a dining table, and expect there just to be fun, and expect there to be lots of socializing. So as far as your dress, a sweater like this is fine. Some people are more formal, some people are more casual. You can usually ask the host or whoever is inviting you, but I wouldn't worry too much about dress code. I would say if it's earlier in the day, the more casual. If it's later in the evening, then your dress would maybe get a little fancier. Okay, and what should you bring? So usually the host has most things planned out, and if they need something, they will usually tell you. The closer you are to the host, I would say the more grand the gesture would be. So maybe bringing something more important like a big side dish like the potatoes or macaroni and cheese or something that a lot of people are gonna enjoy. The less you know the host, maybe you'll bring napkins or extra plates or something like that. The stakes are gonna be a little bit lower if you don't know the person too well. And what time should you expect Thanksgiving dinner? So we call it Thanksgiving dinner, but a lot of people actually eat Thanksgiving dinner in the afternoon. So expect dinner to be anywhere from 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock being kind of on the later side. I would say most Thanksgiving meals fall between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. And this is also very much a regional thing. In the South, they usually call it supper. You'll eat the last meal of the day pretty early, like before the sun goes down. Up north, it's a little bit different. They'll eat a little bit later. And if the host doesn't tell you what to bring and wants to be surprised or something, always go for a dessert. Desserts are fun, and most people eat desserts. That can be pies, muffins, cakes. So what kind of food should you expect to eat at a Thanksgiving feast? Well, first off, you're gonna most likely see a turkey unless you are at like a vegan or vegetarian feast. Turkey, some people do turkey and ham or just ham alone. Macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, canned yams, sweet potato casserole, cranberry for the turkey, of course, collard greens, green bean casserole, salads, cheese and crackers for hors d'oeuvres, cornbread, maybe bread pudding, maybe rice pudding, stuffing, and of course the gravy for the turkey. Gravy is like the best part of Thanksgiving. My favorite Thanksgiving dishes have to be the turkey and the cranberry together, plus the gravy, macaroni and cheese, stuffing, and candied yams. Those are my absolute favorite. And for Thanksgiving Day feast dessert, we typically eat pie. So probably the number one would be pumpkin pie, then sweet potato pie, then pecan pie, which is one of my favorites. And that's usually served with vanilla ice cream or whipped cream. And for drink, people drink alcohol, people drink eggnog and cider, hot cider. So if some of those meals sound like something that you probably wouldn't be comfortable either cooking yourself or picking up from the store, definitely like a bottle of wine or a card or something is always very much appreciated, especially if it's a large feast. And what can you expect when you go to someone's house during Thanksgiving? Well, expect there to be a gathering of people talking at first. Typically, you don't immediately start eating a meal. Usually you'll sit around a living room or sometimes the dining room, depends how formal the party is, and introduce yourself. Some people before the dinner, they go around and say one thing that they're thankful for. There's games, usually there's family around, so a lot of times there's like little kids, there's uncles and aunts and cousins that people haven't seen in a while, so there's lots of hugging and laughing, there's drinking, and typically there's someone watching a football game. Thanksgiving is a big American football day, so typically that's going to be going on. And don't forget the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in the morning. Don't want to miss that. That is a family tradition that we have. We always watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on the television and eat pumpkin waffles. So after you talk with everyone in the living room, typically dinner will be ready and you guys will head to the dining room, sit down. Some hosts have that all planned out and have your nameplate on the table. Sometimes they don't. And you eat and you have a jolly time. And then for Thanksgiving, I would suggest probably not hanging around too long. The host is usually pretty tired because they've been cooking and planning all day long. So unless you're a very close family, I tend to leave, try to help clean up if I can, but then like not stick around too long just because it is a friend holiday. But I think later in the day, it kind of turns into more of a family day. So unless you're at a Friendsgiving, which is totally different, Friendsgiving is all about friends and spending time with your friends. For a Thanksgiving Day meal, so after you're done with the meal, ask the host if you can help clean up. Typically, they will not. Typically, the host will say, no, you're fine. Can I make you a plate? And sometimes the host will make you a plate. And that's always so delicious, even though you might feel super stuffed after the meal. Having those leftovers for Thanksgiving, so delicious. If you've never had like a leftover turkey sandwich, those are just the bomb. So I would accept the plate if someone asked you, can they make you a plate? Just be appreciative and maybe send like a thank you note, or of course, even just like a thank you text after that. Thank them for hosting you for Thanksgiving. And after Thanksgiving, there's usually a big blockbuster movie that comes out on Thanksgiving. So a lot of times after the meal, families will go out together, or maybe you want to see a movie before your meal if you're going out somewhere for your dinner. Either way, seeing a movie can be a tradition for some families. It was never a tradition for mine, but it certainly exists for others. And some people like to eat, clean up, and then head to sleep early because following Friday is Black Friday and they like to be well rested. So they get up early for the crazy shopping holiday of Black Friday. Now, I've never done that. I think I've only been out to Black Friday twice now in these recent years, and that was way in the late afternoon, maybe even evening, around 4 or 5 o'clock. So I never saw the Black Friday crowds like they show on the television and the internet and stuff like that. I think it still exists. I don't think it exists as much as it used to because so much shopping is done online now. But yeah, Black Friday is still a thing and people head out and people wait in lines and stuff like that. But so if that's what you're into, by all means, get your shopping on. But do remember that Thanksgiving is a holiday about being appreciative and being thankful for what you already have. So remember to take the time and celebrate that before all these material things that you must have. So yeah, that's my information on what to expect on going to a Thanksgiving holiday party. Enjoy yourself. There's not too much expectations on you. Just be kind and try to have a good time and help out, because seriously, I've hosted Thanksgiving before. It's not easy, so it's a lot on the host. So whatever you can do to help out the host is always much appreciated. All right, guys, thanks for watching my video. I hope this has been helpful. And please continue to tune into my channel for more English lessons and travel videos. Bye.